Every human being on this planet want to be rich and famous, so they can live the luxurious life that everyone dreams about as long as they live only once. Subsequently, one can achieve that goal after applying a few things into his daily life, a certain routine that will make the road easier and much better. Here we brought you the details on how does the famous and the very successful Elon Musk spends his days. Maybe it would be helpful so one changes his routine as a step towards success and fame. Elon Musk is just a human being after all, which gives us some hope that we too can be successful and famous as he is. Saying a human being refers also to his daily needs. He has the same steady rhythm of getting things done, but in a different way from most of us. And here lies the secret of the success of Elon Musk. Starting the day, Elon Musk is an early riser. He always wakes up at 7 a.m. Although he stays in bed for a couple of minutes, getting his consciousness back, he checks what he calls critical emails at the time because, as he says, all the day should be planned at an early time, so his employees get a chance to prepare themselves for any planned meetings and tasks that should be done for that day. He gives them his decisions, which will be later a key for the day with a stacked schedule. After getting out of bed, Musk takes a shower, and it is the only physical need he cherishes much. He said once in an interview that the shower is the only place where he can get away from the daily life and business noise, and he can get a chance to clear his mind and listen to his own ideas while relaxing his body, but doesn't really stay there very long because his time is very important. After that, Elon would occasionally skip breakfast, or he just grabs some fast meals or coffee that he sips while checking his phone to start his day in a very unique way. He separates his time into 5-minute slots. He always says that one would be very amazed at the amount of work that can be done in such a small period of time if they give the task at hand their concentration and attention. It is the only way that works for him. Getting his shoes on, the billionaire is ready for the school run, which would not be awkward when you find out that he has kids who actually study at his SpaceX company, in a school that he established for them because he's not a big believer of regular and public schools. Apparently no 2 days are similar in Musk's life, especially knowing that he is the CEO of 2 companies. He regularly spends Mondays and Fridays at SpaceX in Los Angeles, and on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, he heads to the Bay Area to work at Tesla. According to a study by Quartz, he spends an average of 42 hours a week working at Tesla, and 40 hours per week working at SpaceX. Getting the best of his time, Elon forgoes calls in favor of emails. He is well known by his habits of texting all the time, even in meetings or when he spends time with his children. He thinks that it is a very effective way to get his work done without actually escaping any of his responsibilities. He calls it batching, a unique way of getting a group of things done at the same time. He can do his lunch while attending a meeting and just getting done with it in 5 minutes. The only place where he can eat too much is at business dinners. When it comes to meeting, he has some rules that work for him very well. He usually only has 3 people in meetings, and those are those who really has something to add. He does believe that regular meetings are just a waste of time. When it comes to working, you will find him putting all his concentration to bring his own ideas to reality by either designing or engineering to enhance his projects. Despite his busy life, he also gives his mind and body their share of care. So he goes to the gym once or twice per week, a few hours before he goes to bed. Or he just buries his head into some books as he loves to read a lot, especially after a busy day. He is a fan of The Lord of the Rings and all biographies of great inventors like Albert Einstein. And when it comes to weekends, you can notice that it is different from weekdays. But he occasionally spends Saturdays at SpaceX when he is working on some major projects, even though it is the day he spends with his children most of the time. Now you have got few important habits in a billionaire's daily life, like starting the day early and in an organized way, setting a morning and a night routine, scheduling every task with a minimum of time, and working hard to be continuously productive while eliminating all possible sources of distraction. They do not forget to take care of their bodies and enrich their minds and souls by taking advantage of the few hours left of the day to pursue habits that are close to their hearts away from the noise of business. Finally, you may have noticed the similarity between your days and a billionaire's average day. But the key is that you should be able to organize your day in a way that you actually are comfortable with and that is very productive so that you can get the best out of your days and be productive as much as possible without exhausting your soul and body, because the consequences of overworking are not easy to deal with. So try to find a middle ground or a balance in your life. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you have something to add, you can leave it in the comment section below. Also, you can check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.